Now you've got her, be her lover. So today's video is super important. If you learn this one secret of the 88 ways to pleasure the feminine, you will change your whole life. Like I always say, this video is the most important one. Sorry, it keeps going gray on me. So we're going to talk about in this video why great men often can't leave an abusive relationship, and why there's a certain kind of no that a man needs to learn how to say that totally changes the dynamic with this woman and is a super hot turn on. Okay, so this fact is going to blow your mind. This fact I got from the book Committed by Melissa Gilbert, and she's a really great researcher, so you can look up the fact to see where it came from. But basically what she said was it's discovered by scientists that there are two different kinds of men. There are the long chromosome men, woo, and the short chromosome men. Now, the funny thing is that the short chromosome men are known to basically just be very distracted by any woman who walks by. They're basically constantly polyamorous. They can't really stay committed with any one woman. Well, they can be committed, but they just can't stay that focused. So they'll be having affairs and things like that. Now, the long chromosome man, on the other hand, will get totally fixated on one woman his whole life. Like, he won't ever need to even stray. I mean, it's not that he won't see the beauty around him and appreciate women's beauty. It's just that he will be happy with the woman he's with. And it's like his focus is wholehearted. Now, the scientists, theory was that some men were created by the divine creator to mix up the seed and the DNA to make us stronger. And some men were created to actually be life partners and be husbands and fathers and raise the kids. So, but what happens is that men will tend to be run by their biology without realizing that they have a choice, that for your happiness and your fulfillment, you're going to need to know how to rise above your biology and actually make choices for yourself without having it ruin your relationships either way. So let's look at the long chromosome man. He's got this situation where if you look at one of your brothers and he's been in a terrible relationship for a long time and you're like, why can't he get out of there? Like, it's been years and she's so abusive. Basically, the answer is very simple. It's that he's a long chromosome man built for devotion. And it doesn't occur to him that he should leave or could leave. He may be miserable, but he won't get out of there until she kicks him to the curb and with his belongings out the door. He won't leave. Even though he's the one who should have left, he's getting abused by this woman. And then similarly, if he gets in a kind of a nice ho-hum relationship where everything's good, okay, but there's no real fire or passion or reason to be there or life mission or soul connection even, he will never leave really unless she leaves him for dead or she because he's the devoted type and it's just not in his DNA, right? So for him, for the long chromosome man, the way he needs to rise above his DNA is he's got to start to feel that his own life mission is really important, that his own happiness is as important as a woman's. He's kind of in the opposite camp of always thinking of the woman and not including himself in the picture. So he's got to get to the place where he's like, I am allowed to not be this good boy who just stays with the caring, mother who's so sweet, but I'm just kind of numb, I'm not alive with her, or the ruthless bitch, either way, he's got to overcome that feeling of feeling guilty, of feeling like not a good person if he leaves, of not feeling deserving of better. He's actually got to get to this place where he overcomes his biological imperative, directive to stay. Now, the other guys who with the short chromosomes who are like constantly looking around and playing the field, they have to overcome their biology, because if they ever want to have real love, lasting relationship, deep passion, they've got to get themselves to focus. They've got to overcome their biology's directive to constantly move and look around and not be thankful and totally aware that they have a goddess already. They've got to overcome this biological imperative to keep on their sperm moving. So why this is like part of the 88 ways to pleasure the feminine is because a man who has overcome his biological directive to either stay or keep moving, he's a man who has started to put his own soul first. He's started to, and I don't mean his ego where it's just like, oh yeah, me, my power. Lots of men do that. I mean where he's starting to put his actual inclination from his heart, like his spirit heart knowing, and he's starting to go, oh, I see that I could live as a robot, or I could live as an abused, doormat, but I feel a calling to something wilder and deeper and more essential if I were to force myself to walk out that door, even though I can hardly do it, right? So, but what happens for women, when women meet the men who have overcome their biology, well, for one thing, the guys have usually worked on being able to last longer because they've actually worked with their urge to come so fast, and they've figured out that thing where you press on the perineum and hold back, and then pretty soon you can do that without pressing, and you can, start to have these orgasms that roll up your spine instead of ejaculating so fast. But for the women, getting back to the women, why this is pleasuring the feminine is it's a man who's at that place of saying no to his biology is in control. He's in control of himself and his life and his path, and he's made his own heart's path more important. He's gone like, I choose love for myself or for my woman, and this is so sexy, and it's also so essential. It's like we're in the first 8 of the 88 ways to pleasure the feminine, right? And in the first 8 ways, we're talking root chakra. That's all the energy of security and rootedness, right? So a woman needs to know that the man's not just there because he feels he has to be and he can't leave, and he's not even passionately engaged, he's just being good. She just needs to know that he's there because he's choosing with all his heart to be there, right? And the woman needs to know that the man, if he's this short chromosome type, can rein it in, appreciate womankind, of course, but focus on her, because he has the ability now to overcome the distraction, the constant distraction that his biology is, tempting him with. So there you go. What do you do with that? Which guy are you? I mean, probably if you're the guy, usually the short chromosome guys hate the idea of being the long chromosome guys. Oh, I'm not him. Don't worry. I always play the field. They're proud of it. And the long chromosome guys actually are appalled at the idea of being the short chromosome guy who can't really focus on one woman and handle like the real story of love long term. So the two guys, you kind of name yourself, you don't have to go get tested. But, overcome your biological directive, okay? So that you can be that man who's free to choose the woman. And she can feel it when you're fully choosing her, because you're meant to be there and she's the one for you. Whoa. Oh, so amazing. Okay, love life. And follow me here at Now you've got her. Be her lover. All right. And I have a woman's channel just starting. It's called Eve's Eden Divine Feminine channel. And I also started another channel for weight loss for us girls called Gaining Lightness from Eve's Eden. And I started another channel called Gypsy Heaven Caravan. That's all about my adventure up on this land, living, starting to learn how to live more off the grid and lightly with less and less carbon imprint. Um, so join me on all those shows anytime you want. Much love, darling.